Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to The Discriminating Gamer, the board game review show that would like to flux your capacitor. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about the Back to the Future OUTATIME dice game from IDW Games. In the Back to the Future Out-of-Time dice game from IDW Games, 2 to 6 players are essentially going to attempt to push their luck as they're rolling dice in an attempt to get back in time. Brum, 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 brum. Gotta get back in. Huey Lewis. He's a very good musician. How the game works is you're going to receive a number of cards. Now, depending on kind of the level of the card, you're going to have a number of dice faces showing at you. Then you're also going to get kind of a special power card that's very powerful. And what you're trying to do by completing these cards is gain the 1.21 gigawatts you need to get Back to the Future. Hence, the name. Now, what's going to happen is you take one of those cards, that's going to be the first one you play with, and then you're going to use a second card that's going to be the card you use next to kind of track your progress along the first card. Now, you're also going to place a DeLorean card in the center of the play area. That DeLorean card is going to go ahead and have spaces for the 6 die. Now, on your turn, you roll the die. Now, if you roll a flux capacitor, you have to put it on the DeLorean. If you roll an 88 miles per hour dice, you may put it on the flux capacitor, but you do not have to. You can choose to re-roll. Now, what you're trying to do is, of course, roll a number that you can use to advance on your card. So if you've got a 2 showing, you would have to roll a 2 in order to advance that. And you can keep rolling as many times as you want, but every time you roll a flux capacitor, it goes on your card, and if you roll an 88, it may go on your card. Now, you're trying to advance through the cards and complete all of the cards. But if ever you roll the die and there's nothing you can do and you can't advance, then you essentially have to go back and reveal one of your die. So you're taking a step backwards. Now, there's kind of a cool safety valve here. If at any time you have 2 flux capacitors and 2 88s on the DeLorean, you can actually advance 2, and the fellow players, your opponents, have to then move backward. Now, at any time, you can stop rolling the dice, saying, I'm happy with my progress, I'm staying where I am, in which case it advances to the next player, who then rolls the dice and goes through the same process. Now, as soon as you complete all of your regular cards, you get that last card that's a little bit different. It's you kind of go in different stages. You kind of move up instead of over to the side. But once you complete all of the cards in your set, the first person to complete all of the cards in their set wins Back to the Future Out of Time, the dice game. That is just a very bare, brief overview of the Back to the Future Out-of-Time dice game. There's a little bit more nuance, a few more things going on here as the game goes on, but essentially, in a nutshell, that is the game. So this is a pretty standard die-rolling push-your-luck game. It's got some fun quirks like the paradox that you can create when you get 2 flux capacitors and 2 88s on there. I believe you can do 3 flux capacitors and 3 88s too, and then the advantages increase there. There's some fun stuff, but it's basic push your luck, and it's basic. I'm rolling the die to try to complete my cards here. So I mean, it's an interesting game. It's a fun game. I enjoyed it, but it feels very basic. It feels kind of light. I don't know that there's anything terribly innovative here, but I don't really know that that's what the game was going for. The Back to the Future theme is pasted on. It's not a very strong theme. But all told, I laughed as I'm going around trying to complete my stuff. My friends, we had fun with this, some more than others. Some of my friends weren't impressed with it. Others said, it's fun, it's decent, it's a good kind of quick, kind of opener for game night kind of a game. And I would tend to agree with that assessment. I liked the game. Wasn't blown away by it, but I liked it. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to give this game a try it before you buy it, but it's a fairly positive try it before you buy it. If you like push your luck games, you like dice games, and you like quick games, then as I say, are good openers. Thank you once again for joining us today on The Discriminating Gamer. As always, we ask you to please leave a comment for us on YouTube, on Board Game Geek, on our Facebook page, or on thediscriminatinggamer.com. We ask you to please like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on YouTube, and follow us on Twitter. We are The Discriminating Gamer, and I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, didn't Huey Lewis tell us, don't bet your future on the roll of the dice? Better remember, lightning never strikes twice. Gotta get back in time. Brum, 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 brum. Get back in time. No? I need a drink. Please somebody help me on my feet again. And I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know Everybody, wave goodbye. Wave goodbye to the people.
All right, see you next season.